is Hybrid.
And this is WhiteSheep.
Yeah, so we're actually together in person, so this is not over Skype this time. Yeah, so first off, I want to say happy birthday to WhiteSheep.
Thank you very much.
But this is Comic Book Versus number 21. Yeah, but we have Red Robin, or Tim Drake, my second favorite superhero of all time, and we have Falcon, who is a very popular, I'm not being racist here, very popular African-American superhero.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be in the new Captain America movie too, so that his popularity is probably going to go up a bit from that, as it would make sense it would. So
he'll probably get a little more recognition. I don't know how much they'll have him play out in the movie. Personally, I think it'll probably just be maybe an introduction and cameo rather than like a giant role, really.
I think it'll be like how Black Widow was.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Red Robin. His real name is Timothy Jackson Drake. Interesting note about his origin in the New 52. I actually reviewed the issue, and so you can check out that review. But the big kind of gist of it is he becomes Batman's sidekick. Not Robin, though, in this continuity, but Red Robin. And yeah, I'd rather not go into it because I might rage. But moving on, powers and abilities. He has peak human conditioning. He's an Olympic-level acrobat and gymnast. They really show that in New 52, his gymnastic skills. And also, he's a martial arts master. He is a flight, he has flight because of the wings. He's also a master tactician, strategist, and detective. Now, going into his kind of stats, his strength is level 3. He's peak human, and he can lift up around 290 pounds.
Yes, he does lift.
Yes, and speed, level 3 star, because obviously, regularly, he has the average speed of a human male, but when he's flying, he flies at greater speeds. Fighting, he's level 6. He was trained explicitly by Batman. He's arguably the most trained sidekick by Batman, as Red Robin, as Damian Wayne wasn't trained really by Batman, but more of the by Talia, in the League. So there's that. But Tim Drake specializes in using the bow staff when he fights. That's kind of like his signature element, as you would say. Durability, he's level 6. He has normal durability of a human male, but his suit that he wears is made out of specially woven Kevlar, so it gives him protection. And his wings are made of a substance called inertrite. Now, that's a super hard metallic substance, supposedly stronger than alloy 1090, being able to not melt, I guess you could say, when in contact with acidic objects. That was shown in the Teen Titans comic with Skitter, so I guess you can reference that. And then also intelligence is level 5. Now he's shown to be a super genius because he has photographic memory, I guess. But he's an expert in sciences, tactics. He got a perfect SAT score in middle school without even knowing it was an SAT test. He's also master detective, and he's been personally tutored by Batman in various fields. And to give you kind of an example, the Robin that everyone knows nowadays, DC Comics always shows Robin as this expert hacker. That all came from Tim Drake.
Yep.
That was not Dick Grayson. That was not Jason Todd. That was Tim Drake.
Because especially, I think, and I might be wrong here, Teen Titans and Young Justice both have Robin, or at least Young Justice before he became Nightwing. No, I'm getting confused. But I know Teen Titans had Robin modeled after Tim Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they kind of had Dick Grayson and Young Justice modeled after Tim Drake, but then eventually they made him more, I guess, traditional Tim Drake, you could say. But then we have energy projection level 1 because he has no energy projection. He's a human. So that pretty much covers Tim Drake of sorts. And now I'll hand this over to WhiteSheep.
All right. I have Falcon. His real name is Samuel Thomas Wilson. His powers and abilities, just a quick rundown here. Peak human conditioning, Olympic level acrobat / gymnast. He is a martial arts master, a master aerialist. He has limited telepathy and he can fly. All right, so a little bit of a background history on him. He grew up in Harlem, as for some reason a lot of black superheroes outside of Dakota do. He kind of did not. He was a little bit of a petty criminal, and then he eventually had a run-in with the Red Skull. The Red Skull gave him his limited telepathy and the ability to speak to birds. Captain America eventually rescues him and kind of takes him under his wing, pun intended. Samuel Wilson becomes the Falcon that we know today. Strength, he's level 3. He has peak human strength. He can lift about 480 pounds. Speed, he's level 3, but that's got an asterisk because he He has the average speed of a male, but he can fly much, much faster. Fighting, he's level 6. He's trained in multiple forms of hand-to-hand combat, and this allows him to fight superhuman threats and other highly trained enemies. Durability, level 6. He's got an average durability, and that's another asterisk, by the way. But he has a vibranium microweave, and his hard light wings also add protection if needed. Intelligence is level 2. He has normal intelligence, and energy protection is level 1. Really quickly, I'd like to bring up another power that he has that's not listed. He can talk to birds. So if needed, he could go all Hitchcock on Tim Drake and win. If you look at a comparison of this right here, they're really evenly matched up until intelligence comes along. To me, I think this is a little bit misleading because while Robin is really smart and part of his intelligence comes from, well, part of most of his intelligence is natural, but part of Hybrid's argument was that it's because of Batman training him and Batman doing all this stuff that makes him basically have the edge. I would argue that that's a null point because Falcon received very similar training from Captain America. While it's a very different kind of training because Captain America and Batman have different fighting styles, it's still on the same level, I think, as tactical training. I think they're equally tactically trained. I would also make the argument that because Falcon's been around longer, Falcon has more experience, and I think that would also give him an edge that would sort of equal out almost Tim Drake's advanced intelligence. Once again, Hitchcock. So.
Well, I have to, I guess, since I am a massive Tim Drake fan, but I'm also arguing for Tim Drake, I guess I have to respond to that and using the stats. I'd say, obviously, strength-wise, Falcon has the edge here, being able to lift almost 200 pounds, it seems, more than Tim Drake. So that is a big difference, and obviously that would probably play a part when they get to hand-to-hand combat. But I do say, though, fighting-wise, I think Red Robin and Falcon, you can't really... It's pretty even, but I think Tim Drake would have the edge because Batman was so strict with his training of Tim Drake, just Tim Drake, because of what happened to Jason Todd right before him. I think that would give him an edge just due to all the discipline he probably got from that and all of the, just a sheer amount of training Batman would have given Tim Drake. And
I mean, I seem to remember, I'm just going to cut in here, I seem to remember you making the argument to me that Tim Drake was the greatest Robin.
He is.
Because, and you made a comparative argument. You said, well, Damian Wayne's a little shit, which he is.
Yes.
But Dick Grayson was too headstrong, and Jason Todd was way too emotionally disturbed about his mother and stuff like that, I think was your argument. Something like that?
Yeah, I said Dick Grayson was more kind of like carefree with it. He was just kind of going along with it, probably because he started at such a young age in the original continuity. I believe Jason Todd, he was just kind of headstrong with it, like kind of full of himself at times.
A little bit, messed up. But
Tim Drake saw the need of Robin, though. Yeah. That was his thing. He knew that Batman needed a Robin. Once he lost Jason Todd, he saw that he needed one. So he actually decided to become Robin himself.
Yeah.
All the other Robins didn't decide to become Robin. Well, I guess you could argue Damian Wayne did, but I don't care about him.
Well, no one likes Damian. Or I'm not going to make that generalization. I would say most people don't like Damian. Most informed people in the comic community find him a little bit annoying.
I do think, though, if we were going to bring Falcon's limited telepathy with birds in, we could bring in Tim Drake's gadgets. With those gadgets, though, I'd argue Tim Drake would just by a large margin have the edge.
I mean, you can say batarangs and smoke grenades and his skirmish. Wait, he doesn't have
bow staff.
Bow staff, close enough. The skirmish sticks is Nightwing. But you could argue that he's got all that. Falcon has, I guess, birds.
True.
Eagle.
And his wings too.
Eagle.
Eagle. Oh, WhiteSheep.
I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people complaining about the format of the thing and the planning. To bring up another point, imagine this is sort of like Mortal Kombat versus DC, because for all the shortcomings of that game, this is sort of like that. There's no planning; they're just fighting.
It just happens. We don't need a reason.
That game
it's
was
just
ridiculous. I like playing it just to play it, but it was a ridiculous game. But
I know WhiteSheep is amazing at Mortal Kombat.
I am. I go ham with Scorpion, but yes. But yes, so that's I would say that's sort of the layout we're going for. Like, hey, let's pick these characters from this drop down. Like you see in our intro, it's let's pick these characters like it's a fighting game, and then have them go at it like it's a fighting game. I mean, if you can see that, it's like an arena, basically. It's not let's give them a week to prepare and then say, hey, go at it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just how it is. Oh, well, now that we're clearing that up, I'm going to wrap this up. I think that due to Falcon's experience, he would take this.
Okay. And I say, due to Tim Drake's just sheer intelligence and the amount of training he must have received from Batman, and all those things just together, I think he'd win this.
I know I'm fully prepared to lose this one, but I have faith in Falcon. And I think that, especially since we're reaching out to a community that knows who Falcon is, I can't really make the argument that because Falcon hasn't been featured as much as Tim Drake, that he won't win this. I mean, of course, it's a tragedy, really, that Falcon isn't more well-known, but he will be more well-known now because the new Avengers TV show, which I'm still a little pissed at, is going to be from the point of view of Falcon. And Falcon, apparently, according to Hybrid, I hadn't heard this yet, but will be in the new Captain America movie. Actually, I did hear that.
Yeah.
I did. Okay, I read that. I think I told you that, but
You might have.
I don't know what I was thinking. But yes, so Falcon is going to become a lot more well-known in the next couple years. So we'll see what happens then.
Yes, we will. And just really quickly, the last comic book versus between Vision and Martian Manhunter, you guys had 25 votes for Martian Manhunter and 10 votes for Vision.
I won!
The main argument for Martian Manhunter was that he would win due to the fact that he has all these powers and they're Superman level. And the main argument for Vision was if Martian Manhunter had the weakness to solar, or like the sun basically, and the Vision specializes in projecting solar energy and manipulating it, he could in turn just increase the intensity of it to a degree that it kind of is similar to the sun, or fire or whatever, which would in turn hurt Martian Manhunter. So
anyways, I've been following this poll since like the day after we did the recording for that matchup. I won fair and square. I was waiting for it to change. We kind of let it have an extra 2 weeks.
Yeah, we gave it a lot of time.
Martian Manhunter still won. That's my first win of the year. So win of this season, I guess.
Well, if you didn't win this, then
it would be hard. I don't know.
Everyone's just automatically biased to me.
All right, but here we go. They are. They love the hybrid. All right. So that about wraps it up. If you didn't know, we have a Twitter page now.
Yes, and link in the description, and also check out the outro because it has it there.
It's cool.
All right, so this is Hybrid.
And this is WhiteSheep.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Really quick, guys. Go to the Twitter page. You see how there's like the background banner. We're gonna choose a different comic every week to represent the background banner. So comment below on what comic you'd like to be the banner. So this week it's The Walking Dead. I'll post a picture in the video, and yeah, so choose a new one, I guess, or comment below. Let us know. Thanks. Bye.